Good evening. This is QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Karaba Avenue, and I am Julde Njai. Thank you for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. President Adama Barrow is the winner of the African Prize for Peace 2024 award. And according to a press release on Thursday, the Chief Justice of the Gambia, Hassan B. Jallow, has issued another order establishing the Special Criminal Division of the High Court. In another press release on Friday, the Gambia government, through the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, has secured substantial budget support for about $61 million from international partners. And the Gambia government is planning to implement a project for a river transport system that will boost regional trade and movement of people and goods between urban and rural parts of the country. And in sports news, as the African Cup of Nations AFCON draws near, with only 2 weeks to go, we look at the excitement across the continent and the complex dilemma that tugs at the heartstrings of the African football fans. Those were your headlines, and now the news in detail. Hello, if you're just tuning in, this is QTV News with me, Julde Njai. Now, Sheikh Abdallah bin Baya, the president of the Select Committee of the African Conference for Promoting Peace, said President Adama Barrow's unanimous choice for the African Prize for Peace 2024 award is based on his outstanding efforts in promoting peace and advancing the respect for human rights, democracy and the rule of law. Aliou Cissé tells us more.
A delegation of the African Conference for Promoting Peace is in the Gambia to deliver a formal letter to President Barrow, announcing him as the winner of the African Prize for Peace 2024. The award will be conferred on the president in Nouakchott, capital of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, at the organization's 4th International Conference in January. The Gambian ambassador in Geneva, Professor Mohamed Ka, accompanied the delegation to the State House in Banjul. Sheikh Abdullah bin Baya, the president of the Select Committee of the African Conference for Promoting Peace, hails President Barrow's efforts in promoting peace and democracy. He hopes the Gambian leader will honor the invitation to receive the award in person.
Gambia is being mentioned everywhere. Everywhere we go now in the human rights tables, you find the name of big countries, and of course Gambia has big voice, if it's not to say big country. But the president has been able to achieve that, and any development needs security, needs peace, and the president put peace and security as his target. And we had a candidate for this award, and it's an African award for peace, and the president has been one of the candidates, but in the end of the day, he's #1 candidate for it. So we're honored today to deliver for him the invitation to come to the conference and to receive the award. And we don't want to talk about the details now before everything is happening. And that's just what we have today. And thank you, Ambassador, for facilitating our meeting here with the President.
According to a press release from the State House, President Barrow expressed gratitude for the nomination and said he is grateful to receive such news. It is indeed a great honor to follow the footsteps of people like the former President Muhammadu Buhari in receiving this recognition, said President Barrow. The African Prize for Promoting Peace is a Mauritanian-based initiative established in 2020 in partnership with the Abu Dhabi Peace Forum in the United Arab Emirates, and has been won by former presidents of Niger and Nigeria, Their Excellencies Mohamed Bazoum and Muhammad Buhari in 2022 and 2023 respectively. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Congratulations to President Adama Barrow. Now, according to a press release on Thursday, the Chief Justice of the Gambia, Hassan B. Jallow, has issued an order establishing the Special Criminal Division of the High Court. The order will come into force on the 26th of January 2024. This story by Babukar Cissé is narrated by Momodu Lamin Choi.
According to the release, the Special Criminal Division of the High Court will have jurisdiction over the local trial of cases arising from the implementation of the TRRC and of the government's white paper. In addition, The division will exercise its mandate over the other criminal cases ordinarily falling under the jurisdiction of the High Court and those assigned to it by the Chief Justice. The release further states that the Chief Justice will assign judges to the division. The judiciary is a state organ that protects the rule of law and supremacy of the Constitution to ensure democracy and good governance. It is widely recognized that for the past 6 years, our judiciary has demonstrated some independence in administering justice, as evidenced by some landmark judgments which, among other things, have stressed the supremacy of the law and the limitations of legislative authority and executive power. This is believed to have boosted public trust and confidence in the Gambia's judiciary. In March this year, the Improving Access to Justice in the Gambia project was launched in the Gambia, supported by the U.S. government. Through this project, the International Development Law Organization will partner with local training institutions to develop and provide specialized training curricula for judges, magistrates, and prosecutors. It will also work with civil society to help sensitize individuals in local communities to their rights and explain how the judiciary can protect these rights. At that event, the Chief Justice said the Access to Justice project will complement the government's drive to achieve access to justice across the country under the Judiciary Strategic Plan. The establishment of the Special Criminal Division of the High Court is expected to facilitate the better management of criminal cases generally and of the TRRC cases in particular, and will complement other measures by the executive and legislature. Mahmoud Lamin Choi, QTV News.
In a press release on Friday, the Gambia government, through the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, has secured a substantial budget support of about $61 million from international partners. Let's have more details of that in this report by Babukar Sise, and it's narrated by Aliou Sise.
The international partners are the World Bank Group, which is contributing $40,500,000, the African Development Bank, which is contributing $6,700,000, and European Union contributing €12 million respectively. This funding is strategically earmarked to advance key initiatives and aim at fostering improved governance, bolstering fiscal resilience, and instigating transformative reforms in public financial management, the release stated. The funds are strategically channeled to facilitate comprehensive public financial management reforms in the face of economic uncertainties, ensuring a stable and sustainable financial environment, strengthening social protection systems to alleviate poverty and enhance the well-being of vulnerable populations, and mitigating the impacts of climate change to foster environmental sustainability and resilience. The key focus areas include governance enhancement, initiating robust reforms to enhance governance structures and promote transparency, accountability, and efficiency in public administration. The support reflects a collective commitment to fortifying the Gambia's economic foundation and uplifting the lives of its citizens, and also underscored the international community's recognition of the Gambia's efforts towards fostering sustainable development. The government of the Gambia has expressed its sincere gratitude to the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and the European Union for their unwavering support and partnership in advancing the nation's development agenda, saying the support will create a positive and lasting impact on the lives of the Gambian people. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Sise.
The report there takes us to a commercial break. When we return, we have some more national as well as sports news stories for you. To stay tuned.
Tamala Beach Resort, Oceanfront, presents the grand spectacular, mega explosive New Year's Eve upmarket gala dinner with a difference, with the Cora Prince, Africa's rising star, the melodic voice of Manding, Sidiki Jabati, taking the nation by storm, and the soulful voice of the nation's pride, Barhama Jama, an unforgettable night, the fireworks display, tables, gold, $50,000 C, platinum, $65,000 C, time 8 p.m. onwards. For reservations, call 594-7777. Proudly sponsored by QCell, Sunu Boss. Happy New Year to you all.
Christmas and Happy New Year from the board, management, and staff of Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation.
Prepare for the most enchanting evening of the year. This year, New Year's Eve, Q City becomes the epicenter of a celebration destined to dazzle. Join us with your loved ones for a New Year's Eve like never before, hosted within Q City's newly adorned, opulent and climate-controlled tent. Indulge in a lavish and diverse buffet dinner showcasing an array of Gambian and international cuisines prepared by renowned international chefs. Dance into the night to the sound of sensational Gambian artists Aliu Badara and the Humanity Stars, Afro-Mandin legendary singer Nene Jali Suso and MC Mbai. Tickets for adults are $4,000 and for children under 12 years are $2,500. Contact 330-0050 or 337-2489 for bookings and further details. Bid farewell 2023 in grand style with Q City's New Year's Eve Gala Dinner, culminating in a breathtaking fireworks spectacle.
Welcome back. You're still reminded that you're watching QTV News with me, Jul Denjai, and now to the rest of our stories. The River Gambia is one of, if not the most valuable natural resource of the country. Despite its comparative advantage of being one of the most navigable rivers on the continent, not much has been done to harness the socio-economic opportunities this presents. However, government plans to implement a project for a river transport system that will boost regional trade and movement of people and goods between urban and rural parts of the country. Momodu Lamin Choi has the details.
The Gambia River is the Gambia, and the Gambia is the River Gambia. This is a popular quote that depicts the relationship between our country and its river, and by extension, the prominence and significance it occupies among our natural resources. For a long time, and with little investment, our economic benefits from this natural asset have been limited. However, this is likely to change as the government is about to provide an alternative system of transporting people, goods and services. Here is Usman Jobate, the Managing Director of the Gambia Ports Authority.
Because you may be aware that the prevalence of bridges along the river has also questioned the viability of running ferry service at certain points because of the new bridge in Bansang and in Basse and in Fatoto. Now, that's why the need to restructure and rebrand the ferry services into a cross-river authority to also do not only ferry services but river transport in terms of freight and passenger operations. Those are things that are expected to happen in the ferry services in the coming year.
Transport sector experts are united in the belief that river transport presents a more competitive and reliable alternative form of transport. Currently, the Gambia does not have a river transport system using the navigable length of the river. Road transportation is the only means to transport people and freight from the capital to the hinterlands and neighboring countries. Investing in and introducing a river transport system presents good economic opportunities for the country.
The example I can give is the southwest regions of Mali is a very highly densely populated area. And it's a big catchment area for goods that are coming through Banjul. Now, the trucks have to travel overland 673 kilometers to reach Banjul to collect goods and return to those destinations. So if you have the logistics platform in Basse, those goods will now be transported about 380 kilometers along the river, such that these trucks will now, the travel distance that they have to cover would be less by almost half. So they will come to Basse, pick their goods, and then return to those destinations.
The River Gambia is often described as one of the finest waterways in Africa and the only Western African river that is easily accessible to ocean-going shipping. The managing director of the Gambia Ports Authority is upbeat about the prospects of the river transportation project.
And it has the potential also for economic regeneration in erstwhile very vibrant trading posts along the river, the likes of Georgetown, Kawur, up to and including Fatoto. So it's part of this wider project to include that. And government is working also with development partners to ensure that there's alignment in all of these project components to derive maximum value from the investment potential that exists. So this river revitalization project is also a component in this port transformation. So this is how we expect to address our challenges, both in terms of the physical constraint and also some of the efficiency measures that we need to implement.
Running through the country, the River Gambia is also seen as an ideal gateway to the Greater West Africa. Connecting the country in a river transport system has the potential to boost tourism and ease the traffic on our major roads. Mahmoud Lamin, Choi, QTV News.
Now, a group of young medical professionals conducted a comprehensive health initiative offering free hypertension and diabetes screening, counseling and medication as needed for local residents at the Kanifing Estate Community Center. Lena E. Iguenyiba has the rest.
Research published in December 2023 from the MRC unit The Gambia, analyzing the 2019 Gambia National Eye Health Survey of adults aged 35 years or older, highlights elevated levels of hypertension, obesity, diabetes, and multimorbidity in men and women in the region. Multimorbidity is the coexistence of two or more chronic conditions in the same individual. The nationally representative survey included 9,188 participants, 54.8% of whom were from urban areas and 70.5% were women. The data indicates a higher prevalence of non-communicable diseases in Gambian women compared to men, with hypertension affecting 47.0% of the population. Fama Rasane, the event organizer and a registered nurse in the United States, sheds light on the purpose and objectives behind the screening.
I've talked to some of the healthcare workers here, and pretty much they've talked about hypertension, diabetes are two of the most common things that I've seen in the hospitals. So I wanted to just focus on that, try and see how much or how well we can just help people, educate them about the risk, how to manage their symptoms, and if they have symptoms, how they can the resources that they can use to go to the hospitals. And some of the people that can't really afford medications, pretty much we just provide those for them, and we kind of just give them tools like the blood pressure medications, glucometers, so that they can just check it at home. Most of just creating awareness, providing information for these people.
Fatu Savage, a community member and beneficiary, commended the quality of services provided and encouraged others to take advantage of such opportunities to monitor their health.
The guys I found here, they are very nice to us. I'm also happy. Everything is okay with me. No diabetes, no high blood. It is very, very important. When there is free medication for everybody should run $9.90 to come and see the medical personnel.
Momodu Toure, another beneficiary, shared his experience.
I
heard about the screening at the mosque, and we were informed that a medical team would be coming. I came here and Alhamdulillah, they checked my pressure and sugar level and advised me. The services offered are amazing and I am grateful.
Jainaba Jallo, medical officer at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, emphasized the importance of regular checkups for both hypertensive and non-hypertensive patients.
If you live in a close proximity to a hospital, never be that tired to go check up, because you don't know. There are people we saw here today with really high blood pressures, kind of like walking as a ticking time bomb. So anything can happen at any point in time. So the importance of screening cannot be overemphasized.
Underscoring the potential consequences of untreated high blood pressure and diabetes, the significance of screenings like this in improving health, enhancing the quality of life, facilitating early diagnosis, and better managing chronic diseases is invaluable. Moreover, such initiatives contribute to stress reduction by instilling peace of mind through proactive health protection. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena Igwenyuba.
That's a great initiative there. Now let's look at sports news. As the African Cup of Nations AFCON draws near, the excitement is palpable across the continent, known for its deep passion for football. However, this excitement is tinged with a complex dilemma that tugs at the heartstrings of African football fans. Let's have more details of that in this report.
On the one hand, African football fans are eager to see their national heroes take to the field, representing their countries with pride and determination. On the other hand, these fans are also devout followers of the world's top leagues like the English Premier League, Ligue 1, La Liga and Serie A, where many African stars shine every week. This year, as the tournament approaches, fans face the tough reality of a bittersweet farewell, albeit temporary, to their favorite players from club matches. As these stars depart for national duties, clubs are left with significant gaps in their squads, impacting team strategies and league standings. Fans are left balancing their national pride with the longing for the continued success of their beloved club teams. For imaginary fans like Yasmin in Cairo and Kwame in Accra, it's a time of mixed emotions. Yasmin follows Liverpool passionately and watches Mohamed Salah lead the team to victory. Yet, she swells with pride at the prospect of Salah donning the Egyptian jersey. Him being away could be the difference between Liverpool winning or losing a league title. Kwame, a devoted Arsenal fan and a devoted Ghana's Black Stars fan, faces a similar conundrum with players like Thomas Partey. He'd like to see Ghana and Arsenal end their long trophy droughts, but he knows the player could miss several crucial club games while away on national duty. The AFCON tournament is a testament to Africa's love of the game. It's a time when national allegiances shine, communities come together in celebration and the continent's football prowess is displayed to the whole world. Yet, it is also a period of longing and adjustment for fans and clubs alike as they navigate split loyalties. In the end, the Africa Cup of Nations is more than just a tournament. It's a celebration of African unity, talent and the global love for football. As the competition kicks off, fans across the continent and around the world will be watching closely, their hearts torn but ultimately filled with pride and joy for the beautiful game. This recurring dilemma reflects the spirit of competition and the enduring love affair between Africa and football, a game that brings together nations and transcends boundaries, all the while leaving fans in a compelling quandary of loyalty. For QTV News, I am Ade Darami.
Well, that's all we got time for. But before we wrap up this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. President Adama Barrow is the winner of the African Peace Prize for Peace 2024 award. And according to a press release on Thursday, the Chief Justice of the Gambia, Hassan B. Jallow, has issued an order establishing the Special Criminal Division of the High Court. In another press release on Friday, the Gambia government, through the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, has secured substantial budget support of about $61 million from international partners. And the government of the Gambia is planning to implement a project for a river transport system that will boost regional trade and movement of people and goods between urban and rural parts of the country. And in sports news, as the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON draws near, with only 2 weeks to go, we looked at the excitement across the continent and the complex dilemma that tugs at the heartstrings of African football fans. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. Join us tomorrow for a special edition of the new year 2023 in review with Ade Drame, Momodu Moch, and our guest Aissatou Keita. Thanks for watching and see you in 2024. Happy New Year in advance from the entire Q Group family.